We can see now Be'ez Shem Yisborach moed katan Tez Vav Omed Beis. Man the Omer Ela at film. The Gemara says the Drosh is a posik. You learn out you should not put on tefillin. Oblas also bet tefillin. Ima at tefillin shnei yomim afa evle shnei yomim. Tefillin is only the first 2 days also according to Rabbi Yeshua. So let us say that it was only 3 days. Man the Omer Zeh Agiyot. If you say it means ironing, Ima Agiyot shloishim yomim afa evle shloishim. So the Gemara remains by Akash on these two things. You're able to only 7 days. When al chatos reglechem, we can't see also when it's a sam. The side tells sofa, we can't see soch l'chasis as ponov. He has to cover his face. Why does he have to cover on top on his eyes? Maybe he should just cover his lips. Anoshim means pasha to people. They come to bring you bread. So we see the ktanim bring bread for the gedolim. Menayim shegdolim hoichem etz haktanim. Rav Shmuel, Rav Yitzchak Siv, Toim Hashem El Tova Beis Mazech. So Yirmiyahu should not come to be Menachem. So we see that the gedolim also go to the ktanim. Tana. Here it says the bride, so all the things are aval as asik. Eilu dvarim she'aval asik kal shiva. Bechitza, taking a bath, or sicha, anointing himself. When he is a sandal, putting on shoes, tashmish hamita, a sapper, haircut, lechabas laundry, velikas Torah, velishnet medrash, halachas v'agodas, mish'el shalom, leis malach. On this piece of the Gemara, the next 2 paragraphs, I was magia, and it's without this ago, it's very hard to understand what's going on. Man tana obel also berechitza kol shiva, Reb Nosson. Reb Nosson is the one that holds like that. It's Machlekes Tanur. Reb Nosson says that it's also kol shiva. Omer Reb Yasser, Reb Amma havale ugda, shol Reb Chia Baba, he asked Reb Chia Baba, behoide like kol shiva Reb Nosson. He paskin like kol shiva like Reb Nosson. Okay, that's what the Gemara says Reb Yasser. Now, the Gemara is going to say a story now. Reb Yasser havale ugda. Once it happened something to Reb Asa, means Havelis. Sholach Rabba Bakoyan Gab Reb Acha. He sent his Talmud Rabba to ask Reb Acha. Reb Acha was a very chashuv. He was a bit older and more chashuv than Reb Yasser. So he asked, we want to have an askama from Reb Acha. Reb Acha said, only Reb Acha answered Rabba these words. He said, Reb Amma Havale Ibna. Sholosh Bal. That's what Reb Acha said. So Rabba came back to Reb Yasser. Amalei, Malay Ken Alf and Rabbi. Didn't you my Rabbi teach you Reb Amma Havali Ibda? Didn't you teach me Reb Amma Havali Ibda Bashol Abchia Baba? You told me that the story went that he asked Abchia Baba or Kashiba. Reb Yasser said, "But don't train Ibda." Anan Omna Adachia Baba, Aten Reb Acha Omer Dishbal. Now this Gemara is copied also in Masechta Brachos, and there also there's Hagos and Gersos, very difficult to understand. According to, you can look on your own all the pshatim, but with this Hagos, I understand very well the story. The story has a lot of people and a lot of names. That's why it's so confusing. But really, it evolves around a story that there's Rabbi Yasser, there's Rabbi Acha. And then there's a Talmud from Rabbi Yasser that went, Rabbi Yasser sent him to ask a Shalom from Rabbi Acha. And there's 2 versions what the story was originally with Rav Amma. If he asked Reb Chia Baba, or he asked Reb Shimon ben Lakish. Reb Amma was a previous generation. And the question was, whom did Reb Amma ask his child when it happened to him? So Rabbi Yasser and Reb Acha are arguing whom Reb Amma asks. That's what happened years and years ago. The story that Reb Amma asked somebody. So please look at this gear and try to, to appreciate it, because I worked a lot on this, on this Haggadah to make sure it makes sense. The father from Yeshua Havale Shol Rabban V'Asr. Rabbi Yasser boy. Just ask the question. Hayden Rabbanan the Hacha or Rabbanan the Raima? Which Rabbanan are we talking to? The Rabbanan of here or the Rabbanan that live in Durham? There used to be a Miroim in Durham. In time Rabbanan the Hacha Nich. It makes sense. He asked the Rabbanan from here, means from the north. In time the Rabbanan, the Raima, if he say he asked the Rabbanan from Durham, Rav Ravaya Kumei, he has the big people in front of him. Vishal Ziraya, and he goes asking the small ones. And Durham side, they weren't such a big amount of Chachamim. Why is he asking them? Intem Rabbanan the Hacha Niche. Intem Rabbanan the Deraim in an Asen. It says that they asked the Rabbanan, they were Asen in a Shayan. In an Asen. The Tani, Mokish and Hagel Lurch Achem with the Machitzim, Bedar Machitzim. They have a minute that right after you be Malav the Mitta, you take a shower. That's what the Rabbanan hold. They know there's no Isser Rechitza by Alba. So obviously the Rabbanan means Rabbanan the Hoch. He holds it's just like a chile shtia. Almost allowed to eat and drink. He's allowed to take a bath. Dat maar Rechitza is tiny. Rechitza is tiny, but Shmuel Abba Olabach taught him he had pimples on his head. Also, they asked Yasa, if he's allowed to take a bath. If it's a dangerous thing, he's allowed to do even Tisha B'Av and Yom Kippur. They saw he was toivel during his availus. In the Kiriya Layadn, maybe because he holds that you're allowed to wash Kol Gufa B'Tzayin. Hoira Ba Kehin Tanya, that a chitza is Tzayin in his mutter. Hoira B'Ache B'Baman Aderech, Hoyagel Keyes, Olav, Shemuta Lachitzim B'Mayim. Tana. Aval Emenuda, Shoy Mahalchim B'Derech, Matar Medis Sand. Shoy Le'ir Yachleitzi. Bechen Tisha B'Av, Chen Tanis Tzib. You gotta put it during the way you have no choice, you gotta put on your shoes. Tana. Mokshan Hagel Isra B'Shalom, Shem Avin B'Shabbos, She'alam. B'Darim She'alam. The meaning of Darim was to be shoyl Mishleim Avelim. Avoshi Rabba Ozl Chadasar. Chumar V'lai B'Shabbos, Sholbain. Oma said like this: Ani any day minig mekayimchem. El shalom aleichem keminig mekameinu. Interesting sprach. Like according to I'm minig, I'm allowed to say shalom for you. Rabbi Yossi b'Chalafta avim shalom b'Meir komet zipiroi. He used to say, Shabach Bey. Rabbi Meir komet zipiroi. He used to praise Rabbi Meir before the Anshe Tzipori. Odem God, Odem Kodesh, Odem Senua. Chazman Choma Avilai B'Shabsa. Meir saw Avelim B'Sholboin. He asked them Shai Shalom. Amelei Rebbe Ahin at Master Shavache. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say good. No. Meir was praising Rabbi Yossi B'Chalafta. Meir was telling people about Rabbi Yossi B'Chalafta, how great he is. So then they saw he's asking Avelim Shai Shalom. Aina the master, him saying his Shavachim, only what did something wrong yet? What did he do? Amalei Chama V'Lai B'Shabta Shalban. Amalei boy at made him machele. You want to know what his power is? But the English ain't of B'Shabbos. B'Chashem he ties to the B'Shabbos. It's a v'yetzav etzav imaz u'aveles. V'shenev netzav mechal b'noi. So fakert, it's a good thing. He's doing the right thing. He knows that there's no aveles b'Shabbos. Shmuel Amar Pachas Choy B'Neser Rishis Prius Roish Chaziras Keres Kifas Amit Choyfa. These things you have to do on Shabbos to show that it's not mizabel. You have to uncover your head and you have to put the kera on back and be zoikif as a mitta. You can't leave the mitta kufuyas. The ill sound lashamita rechitza rishos. These three things you don't have to put on your shoes. You don't have to make tashmish. You don't have to take a bath. It's chatam b'shmul shimush matase, shom b'shmul b'ikpad alayim mis. Amar lalacha samaras dimul ma'isa. Means you think you're allowed to do it. He says that rishus, but it doesn't mean you're allowed. You should do it. So it's shemesh b'tasa b'Shabbos. Rav Omer Rav Omer chaz choyve panushes chazirus kera tzis amit choyve. So the Gemara says that according to Rav, you're allowed to do priya roish. You don't have to make priya roish. The Gemara Bavli explains because according to Shmuel that means you have to be misataf legamra. So you're not allowed to be misataf legamra on Shabbos. According to Rav, it's not such a strong itaf. So even if you do it on Shabbos, it's not considered avelus. So according to Rav, the only thing you have to change on Shabbos is the kera and the skifas hamita. That these two things you have to change. But priya shroish, this is a sandal, ushus. The other two things you don't have to put on shoes. You don't have to uncover the ituf that you make because you don't make such a strong ituf according to Rav. And rechitza, I guess he doesn't talk about. I guess that's also rishus. Yeah. Today, benoy the Rebbe the Kanafkin, the two sons of Rebbe that went out on Shabbos when they are available. Because we said that there's no that these things are rishus. You don't have to mechuyev to do dafke in a sandal or dafke to uncover your head. You're allowed to keep your head covered. Rabbi Yoin is salak l'gabe Rabbi Gurion, nofik l'gabe lovish sandal. When the man saw that fin ivdu enoch, he told him they gave him like a shtickle musser. He said, "Well, you think people are gonna learn from you? Why are you doing it? Because you want to show that you're allowed to go with shoes. You want to be moira, like people should learn from you. People anyway not gonna learn from you. Lo yalaf and udum banash ze'er." He said, "You're not a choshev person, so people are not gonna learn from you anyway. So you might as well take off your shoes." And the interesting Gemara. You're not so big that people are gonna learn from you. So who cares what you're doing? Okay, this is Tezvav Amid Base.